What's going on, G Nation? This is your boy G Mandy back with another video. Now today is gonna be quite not the travel vlog that I want to do. Okay, it's more of like a personal reflection with myself and with the person who asked this question or requested for this video. I'm just gonna expound on that to say his question or her question was, how did you get your master's in Australia? I'm just gonna expound on it with a lot of stories on how I got here and all of that, and just make this like a one-on-one conversation with whoever's watching there on the other side of that screen. Don't forget to like and share the video, guys, and don't forget to click that subscribe, because I know some of you guys are watching my videos but not subscribed. Don't worry, you're not gonna pay anything if you press that subscribe button. Okay, subscribe, guys. Get me to, I'm already at 117, so get me to 250 by my birthday, which is on September 2. That's our goal. Let's go, G Nation. You got this. So let's start this off, guys. Very simple. Again, thank you to that person who said that question or sent that question, or yeah, him or she. He or she pala. Anyway, with this, guys, I actually typed online like questions for international students. I just want to broaden the vlog kasi pag yung masters lang yung topic, it's just gonna be like so short, you know what I mean? So I want to broaden it a little bit more. First, did I always know that, or have I always known? Tama ba? Basta yung grammar na yun. That I wanted to study abroad. To be honest, I wanted to play abroad soccer or football. Okay, I wanted to play abroad ever since I was younger, but never happened. But studying abroad, it was more of like, I wouldn't say like I wanted it so bad, but it was like in the back of my head every time. Just because sabi nga ng parents ko, it's gonna be better if you study abroad, it's gonna be a good experience, on and on and on. So on. Okay, so yeah. What made you want to study abroad in your locations? Why did I want to study here in Australia? So I actually chose between Canada and Australia. It's most definitely because of sports, because Australia and Canada have, man, big sporting events and whatsoever. So US naman, I just felt like it was kind of overpopulated already, and I didn't want to be in the mix of that. So yeah. Baka magtanong pa ng iba, so I'll explain everything else later. How did you pick your program? I'm a sports enthusiast ever since I was young. But now I know that I couldn't pursue my professional career in sports. Well, I could do that with CrossFit, but if I wanted to. But I know I'm not gonna succeed on it anymore because I know I'm too old for that. So I was like, might as well just join the business side or the management side of sports. In that way, that's how I can give back to the sport that gave me so much. You know what I mean? I would never have gone through college without football. I've never have gone the opportunities or the offers I've had when I was younger without football. So I just want to give back, especially to the coaches and to the next upcoming athletes. Especially in the Philippines. What did you pack that you definitely didn't need? So, ano daw yung inimpake ko na hindi ko kailangan? Whew, that's tough. I didn't pack anything I didn't need. No, actually, kasi when I travel, I'm a light packer, so I only bring what I need. So it's very rare that I bring stuff that I don't need. There was just this one item that my mom forced me to bring, which is the essential oils. If you're watching this, mama, I still haven't downloaded that app. Pasaway. Alright, what were you excited about or nervous about before you left? No, I felt like I was ready when I left. I felt like I was excited to leave because I know this is gonna be a good chance for me to get to know myself a little bit more, and I'm excited for that. How are the classes different from classes here or back home? It's a lot tougher in the Philippines. Actually, somebody put it in a very good note, because I used to work at the cafe, and there was this old guy. His wife passed away 4 months ago, and he was like, "Hey, you seem like a very nice kid. So can we have coffee sometime?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So we talked and talked and talked, and I was telling him about how different the classes were, and the way he put it is because he used to be a teacher. Okay, so the way he put it was like, "Yeah, because you." He knows this because he knows this because his wife worked in the Philippines for quite some time, so he knows a little bit of Philippine background or whatever. So what he said was, your country, when you're majoring on something, you're not focused on that. You still have different venues or pathways that you are supposed to study, even though you're not supposed to study that. You get what I mean? So I would say that ours is harder than here, just because we are gonna take those other pathways. And he said it for money. I don't know if that's true. Might be true. I don't want to, say it in a bad way or whatever way. I don't want to jump into conclusions. But yeah, this is a lot easier just because we're straight on point on what we want to study. Makes it a lot easier, guys. Which class was your favorite? I'm not yet done, so I still have a few. But those people who know that Madrid was the best subject I've ever had. Yeah, it was our placement in Madrid for 2 weeks. Amazing experience, amazing people, company. Overall, just amazing. What is your favorite phrase or word to say in the language you learned? I don't have any. It's the same. It's English. But I might. How you might. So that's been part of my system already. That we always have to say how are you, even though sometimes you just don't mean it to other people. What was the food like? Food here, it's okay, but needs a little bit more salt. That's what I can say. So sometimes we eat out and I'm like, this doesn't taste like anything, but trust me, that was not COVID. So what new foods did you try? Oh yeah. I don't know if I've had this before, but it was my first time to try Afghan and Lebanese food. I'm not sure if I've had that back home, but yeah, those were good food. I like that. So yeah, Australia is very multicultural. So we have a lot of different, food or cuisines everywhere. So if you feel like you want to jump into Japanese or Chinese this day or whenever, you can have that anytime. What was the weirdest thing you ate? Not really anything from here. So I think this was another question of somebody back in the Instagram thing. It's probably just frog legs. I'm boring. Crickets and I don't know. That's about it so far. Oh yeah, crocodile. Yeah. And I want to try the kangaroo as well. I haven't tried that. What kind of food do you miss? Filipino food. Home cooking. That's what I miss. Service learning internships. How did you get involved in the community? Shout out to Justin De Los Reyes, my best mate ever since I was young. Thank you for helping me, get accustomed to life here a little bit more easier and bringing me to communities, Filipino communities, making me feel like home, feel like it's home, yeah. So he's one of the reasons how I got involved. And another is, I don't know, I just feel like I like talking to people, especially after Madrid. I learned how to just open up to people and talk and converse. What did you do at your service learning placement or internship? So we are at Madrid. If you haven't watched the other vlogs, watch that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Okay, so you're gonna see what I did back in the previous vlogs. I think I have 5 or 6 parts of that vlog. So make sure you check that out. In what ways did your placement or internship inform your future goals? Simple. It was, again, the placement that we have here is just straight on. We went on to sporting facilities. Again, my goal is to be a facility manager for a sporting venue. So yeah, we were just straight on that, and I learned a lot from the professionals in the field, which was amazing. Daily life, what advice would you give to another student? Just put yourself out there. Don't be scared of what other people think of you. And surround yourself with people with dreams. Surround yourself with people with dreams. And at the same time, make sure you also have other what do you call this, alleyways where you could just like, you know, release some stress and all that. And if you need to take a break, take that break. Don't think about the money, because money will always come back as long as you work hard, but your life will never come back. So enjoy your life as much as you can. What was the most surprising thing you did or saw? Probably I was just surprised how organized everything was in Australia compared to back home in the Philippines. I'm very amazed by their public transport, even though they're saying that it's not that good. But yeah, that's one of the things I like. It's nice. Describe your favorite day. Rest day. Now that I have a new job, I feel like working at night gives me the whole morning to just rest, recover, think about, you know, what I want to do for the day, and gives me time in the morning to work out, which I haven't done for quite some time, specifically 5 months. How safe did you feel there? Australia is pretty safe, especially Adelaide. What was the weather like? I started in the summer. Now it's going into winter, so it's quite cold. We're going around 5 degrees. Coldest, I think the coldest I've had so far was 7. Coldest so far I've had was 7, walking outside, yeah. But it drops down to 5 or 4, I think, at night. I'm not sure, but July is gonna be way cooler, so I'm scared for that. Travel, how did you get around? Public transport in Adelaide, very nice. I like it. You can get to anywhere you want, easy. Same in the Philippines, guys. Just make sure you give out extra time for public transport, just because sometimes they can be late, sometimes they can be early, so give yourself a little bit of leeway, especially if you see that it's 5:30. Make sure you're there by 5:25. Just be ready for any possibilities. Also, they have Uber and Didi, so you can choose between the two. Didi is like Grab in the Philippines, so it's just like Uber. Yeah, so it's the exact same thing. Favorite place that I've traveled to in Adelaide so far, or in Australia so far? The first vlog. Yeah, so click on the first vlog, guys. Yeah, the first vlog is probably the best trip I've had so far in Australia. That was amazing. Did I find any cool places that weren't expecting? I wasn't expecting a nude beach. So yeah, I wasn't expecting a nude beach. What kind of free activities did you find? Swimming, but I wouldn't say it's free, because you're not free doing that, because you might get eaten by a shark. So I'm not gonna stop talking about sharks. And I'm excited to do that shark diving experience. I've heard that this place somewhere in Port Lincoln or something like that, they have cage diving with the great whites. I am definitely gonna bring you guys to that. It's gonna be so exciting. I'm excited for that. And also I want to do skydiving. So yeah, I'm gonna just enjoy life, guys. I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting somewhat old. So I want to experience as much as I can, especially I'm in the point of my life where it's like, I don't know, what do you call that? The peak of my lifetime, whatever you call it. Do it when you're young and when you're strong. What is the touristy thing you would not recommend doing? Didn't like the wine tour as much. I don't think it wasn't that engaging, and it wasn't that fun for me. I don't know, that's probably just me, but I don't suggest doing that. So I'd rather just drive there, rent a car, drive there, and drink by myself or with friends. You know what I mean? What is one touristy thing that is totally worth it? Great white and skydiving. I just told you guys that. What was your housing situation like? I live with two of my friends from the Philippines. One's a friend of mine from UP Diliman, and the other one is the ex of my best friend back home. So yeah, we talked that we're gonna share the accommodation, and next year we might be 4 in the room. Kim Acierto, shout out to you, might be joining us next year, hopefully. That he's a chef, by the way, so I'm excited for all the food that we're gonna make. What are housing options that were available? Apartment house, townhouse. Yeah, everything's available here. But the thing is, right now it's really hard to get a spot, just because, as Kim said, this is the housing properties. This is the demand for those properties. So they need more housing for the people here. How did you decide which option was best for you? Thanks to Kay. Shout out to Kay for forcing me to stay inside the city. Makes everything easier. Actually, shout out to the girls, Kay and Precious, for forcing me to stay in the city, because yeah, it made it easier to adjust with everything here. So yeah, if I'm gonna suggest to you where to stay if you're gonna move into a different country, I say 6 months in the city would help you get adjusted really good, really quick. How do you keep in touch with people while you were abroad? Let's be thankful with Apple. Be thankful with the smart people behind these technologies that we have now. Thanks to FaceTime, Viber calls, WhatsApp calls, Instagram calls, all of those, Face Messenger calls. Yeah, really, thanks to that. Will you stay in touch with people? Definitely, man. What I've told my recent friends so far is just surround yourself with people you want to be with. I mean, you can be friends with a lot of people, but make sure you just hang out with the people that give you good, positive energy. I mean, friends are friends, you get what I mean? But you can't have everyone as your best friend. What were the locals you met like? Locals in Australia are amazing. They are beautiful. I mean, in terms of their personality. But yeah, they're amazing. Australians are amazing. I've only got 2 racist comments here so far, but those are from people who were intoxicated. What were the people like on your program? The people I was with in the program was just amazing. Brains, and yeah, they share with you everything, man. They help you with everything. Again, shout out to Julio as well, Julio, for helping me pass out my resume, a football essay. How did you budget for your time abroad? As a student, you only have 2 time slots: work, study, make it 3, and rest. So it's gonna be a repetitive thing if you want to be a student abroad. Okay, work, study, and sleep or rest. But among those 3, study is number 1, work is number 2, 3 is rest. And sometimes there are gonna be days that you feel like you're super tired. So as I said from the start, if you need to take that break, take that break. Were there any expenses you weren't expecting? The visa was quite expensive, around 12 or a little bit more, 30. I forgot, but yeah, it's quite expensive, but don't think about it. Are there scholarships or grants that you would recommend applying for? Just ask the school if you're eligible. I was eligible for a 25% discount, so you never know, you might have one as well. What was the hardest adjustment you had to make? It's really gonna come down to the comfortable life, just like what I posted on my Instagram yesterday. So it was really more coming from a comfortable life to a personal growing life. I don't know if that made sense, but that's one of the hardest adjustments, and at the same time I am super thankful for that. Yep. Did you have any embarrassing moments abroad? None as of the moment. Not yet. I hope not. Did you cross anything off your bucket list? Phew. Probably traveling with my own money. I think so. Siargao was the first one, but now I'm in a different country. Imagine I've been to Sydney, and now I'm planning to go to Melbourne, Queensland, Perth, Brisbane, Darwin, Hobart. How did you deal with homesickness? Will I say I'm homesick? I miss my dogs, I miss my parents, but I won't say I'm homesick. I feel like after 5 months of staying here, just makes this my home. So I can say that because I just came back from Sydney, and by the way, that vlog's gonna come up next week. Be ready for that. But yeah, I would call Adelaide my home as of the moment, and we'll see how it goes from here in a few years' time. What did you learn about myself? I learned, as I said, I learned how to communicate a little bit better now, especially with other people. And I learned that to make sure to stay in touch with the people that will help you grow more as a person, and as a person in general. How are you different? How are you the same? I'm still G Mendy. I'm still thriving to be quote unquote an athlete, but at the same time I want to be professional in the field of management. So I think that's in the process. I'm in the process of getting there. So yeah. How I got my master's. So first we bought a ticket. We did an IELTS exam for English proficiency. That's reading, writing, listening, and talking. And then we have an agent. If you need an agent, feel free to message me on Instagram. My Instagram is down below at the description box. So you can follow me, hit me up, send me a message. Let me help you out. I'm willing to do that. And if you have any questions, other questions, feel free to just call me or message me. I don't mind. I would love to help. I had an agent who helped us with the paperwork. He's the one passing out to people. And all we did was actually wait for a confirmation from the school and for our visa. And then once everything was set, we flew in. But make sure before you fly in, guys, you have a place to stay in. So if you have a friend in that area, make sure you try and have that friend help you out find the place, because I tell you, it's hard to find a place. Especially in Adelaide, not in Sydney and Melbourne. So why did I choose Adelaide? That's because of the graduate visa. We get 4 years extra, which is gonna help me get my permanent residency. And yes, if you're gonna ask, yes, I wanna be a resident in Australia. Yeah. And once we got here, we got settled. We opened our bank accounts, get our school IDs. Again, staying in the city made it a lot easier, especially our schools are in the city. So make sure you try to stay close to your school. And then after that, make sure if you have friends in the place, in the area, shout out to Justin, have them help you find a job immediately, okay? So as a student, we've learned that it doesn't matter what school you go to, what work you go to. So yeah, try to get as much connections as you can in Australia, because that's the first thing that's gonna help you, especially with your future endeavors or future goals here. And then once you have a job, make sure you save up. Have a little bit of money to spend. Don't spend it a lot on shopping like me or us. We like shopping a lot just because we have Kmart, Target, and all those places have cheap clothes. But the more you get, the more you spend. For this YouTube thing that I'm doing right now, it's more on the side. But if I'm able to do this full time as a travel vlogger, I don't mind doing that. So if you know anybody there watching who knows somebody who can hire me to be a travel vlogger, please connect me to that person. I would love to be a travel vlogger. Why? I feel like I just love to travel so much, and at the same time I love food. The thing that I always tell my friends is like waking up in a different city every time just makes me feel a little bit more alive as a person. And I'm not shy to pull out my camera and talk in front of random people. It's just one thing that I really like. And again, as I said, I like food so much that in every city that I go to, I feel like I could eat whatever I want or whatever they serve on me, and give you guys some food reviews on that. So I really want to do a travel vlog, sponsored travel vlog. And at the same time, man, I always say you only live once. And that's what is really pulling me in right now. The management side, yes, but that's really number two. I really, 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 really want to be a travel vlogger. I really want to see the world. So if you know anyone, hit me up. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. Again, shout out to the person who asked me that question. Rather than that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to say G to any opportunities you may see in life. This is your boy G Mendy, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!